what's happening everybody? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I do hope you lot are all doing well today, man. I really do hope that. When it comes to me though, I have a broken metatarsal. That's right, I've broken my foot. Although it completely sucks balls and I'm in a lot of pain, I'm okay to stand here at the moment with my boot on and without my crutches. So, with all the news circulating around today, with Chelsea reportedly, if you are to believe ESPN, in advanced talks with a new left back who looks pretty darn good actually, plus Willian seemingly on the brink of joining Arsenal and wanting to talk about other stuff on top, I just had to make a video. So welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on Football Therapy, where I consolidate everything that's going around football media and present it to you, offering my opinion, but more importantly asking for yours. So we all love football, learning about it, and this is the perfect opportunity to let you guys know this video is brought to you by OneFootball. That's right, the one-stop and best app to give you everything you'll ever need to know about Chelsea Football Club and the beautiful game in general. Stats, fixtures, transfer news, everything, absolutely everything, match alerts. I use OneFootball every single day, and you can too. Click the link in the top of the description to give yourself some OneFootball. It's free. Do it. Alright then, let's get into it, man. Woo, there's a lot to get into today, boys and girls. Bear with me, I'm in pain, but I'm here to deliver you the news. And drop a like on the video if you want to support Broken Foot Jan. And of course, subscribe to Football Therapy. Before we talk about Sergio, the left back, I'm going to have to look at how to pronounce his last name again and talk about Willian. Chelsea have got a lot of transfer business to complete this summer. They are like sitting on a load of players that need to be sorted out, that are scattered around Europe. Think of the likes of Danny Drinkwater, the epic all-in-one central midfielder that just... okay, I can't even joke. The bad central midfielder we need to get rid of. Timo Bakayoko, the peculiar case of the French midfield destroyer that never worked. Is he worth a bit of money still? Possibly, we need to flog him. Davide Zappacosta, man. You're getting the vibe. There's a lot of people on Chelsea's roster that Frank Lampard's going to be like, no. Do you know what I mean? And we really got to sort all of that out at this point. So, although it's a load of ball aches and admin, there's probably a bit of money to be made there for Chelsea Football Club. And in a market where people are probably looking to buy players and not necessarily really expensive blockbuster players, there might be room for your Bakayokos and your Zappacostas around Europe. So, fingers crossed we can sell... I hate using the term deadwood, but sell the deadwood. Right, learn to speak again and let's move on. So we all know Ben Chilwell is going to cost far too much money, and it really does seem like Leicester will not budge on their £80 million valuation. Heck, maybe even north of that. So Chelsea are looking at alternatives for the left back, and we may have found one excellent option. Put a pin in it though, I want to talk about Willian. That's right, the Willian saga continues. I spoke recently how I genuinely do feel we probably could have used him in the FA Cup final, but I'm okay with him moving on. He will make another team better, but if you look in the grand scheme of things and the context of things, fine, move on. We've got new players coming in. Frank Lampard likes you, he likes your work rate and your industry, but we're all going to be okay with you leaving Chelsea. So, where's he going to go? I believe Inter Miami offered him loads of money, like by far the most amount of money in terms of a contract, but he waved that away. He wants to stay in London. It was believed both Jose Mourinho's Tottenham and Mikel Arteta's Arsenal want him. He's also apparently got an opportunity at Barcelona, but no deal has become close. It does look like he's bought into Mikel Arteta's project. He sold it to him. He wants to join that. He wants to join him. He wants to join his best mate David Luiz, who he owns a restaurant with. Obviously, Luiz's and Willian's agent own the restaurant with them. There's Edu, the sporting or technical director at Arsenal, who's also close to Willian. It's just like a group getting back together. They're happy to offer him a free, I've even heard 4-year deal, which is pretty mad. He will make Arsenal better, man. Willian will make Arsenal better. His industry and defensive work will give Mikel Arteta's team what they need, and they can continue to go forward and attack and score goals. So it looks like this is pretty close to happening. I don't think Willian's going to feature for Chelsea's Champions League game against Bayern Munich. Why would he want to play in a dead rubber like that when he's, possibly got a 4-year deal, 3-year deal on the table with Not amazing money. I think probably maybe even slightly less money than Chelsea would have offered him, but because it's an extra year, maybe 2 years, he'll ultimately end up earning more, and I think he just fancies the move. So fair play to him. Cheers, you know, when he does finally do the transfer, I'll give him a few words on what a great servant generally he's been. So thank you, Willian. Shame you went to the Gooners. I suppose it's better than Tottenham though. Okay, as I suck up the pain of my broken foot as I lean on my right hip and probably do my back damage, let's move on to the biggest story of today. Sergio Reguilon. If the L silent spells Reguilon, Sergio Reguilon. I'm going to say Reguilon. I'm going to call him Sergio, the left back. Now, Everton were hoping to secure the services of the Spanish left back and made an £18 million bid, hoping they would just sneak through, but Chelsea with the big bucks look like they're going to muscle themselves in, and ESPN are reporting that Chelsea are in, and I quote, advanced talks in terms of signing this player. Now, who is Sergio? Well, he's a player that belongs to Real Madrid and was voted the best left back in La Liga last season. Ooh, the best left back in La Liga, being touted for basically an affordable price. In fact, it's believed Chelsea might be able to secure the services for around 25 million euros. What's that, just over 20 million pounds? There's also talk of a potential loan from coming to Chelsea, maybe a loan with an option to buy. That could be an interesting structured deal with low risk. Who knows? Citing the ESPN article, the Real Madrid youth product broke into the first team in the 2018-19 season, with Santiago Solari as the coach, replacing the veteran Marcelo in the starting 11. Not an easy thing to do to replace Marcelo in the starting 11, but of course with the reintroduction of Zinedine Zidane, he's going to put his boy back in there. Right, so Sergio has been playing at Sevilla this season, and might I say, he has had a ruddy good season of that. At the tender age of just 23 years old, the left back has had, to be honest, Matt, I've been looking on who scored, and he's delivered pretty impressive metrics. When it comes from Real Madrid, you know he's going to be quality. I mean, we said the same about Morata, but let's just put a pin in that for the moment. Generally, you know he's going to have quality. Playing for a club like Sevilla all season, voted best left back of the season. We can't get away from that, surely. That's good, right? The man's bagged himself a couple of goals and 4 assists to boot. 6 goal involvements from a left back. I'm pretty happy with that, playing for Sevilla out in La Liga, TBH. But generally all his metrics, from defensive to offensive to creative, they're all pretty good. He nearly makes 3 tackles and interceptions per game. He looks like he's got a good engine and good defensive nous. He executes 1.6 dribbles per game, which is actually pretty good as well. He looks like he can carry the ball in from the left flank, which is an important attribute indeed. He makes 2.3 long balls per game, can put about a cross in per game, which is alright, pretty decent. All of his stats are good. He's like an all-rounder, which is incredibly impressive. And WhoScored.com give him a rating of 7.10. 7.1. That's actually really, really good. Who scored in their weird ranking system? Actually quite tight when it comes to ranking. Anything over 7 is very, very good indeed. 7.1 for this player playing for Sevilla for what seemingly is a very affordable price. Suddenly, looking at the player, looking at his performance metrics, looking at the price, looking at his heritage, the academy, out of nowhere, Chelsea could have an excellent left back option. Now I've watched a little bit of him. He looks pretty decent, good in transition, stuff that Chelsea need. I'm kind of thinking, yes please. Tagliafico's great, but let's be real, the Eredivisie isn't like the most competitive league in the world, and La Liga is the second most after the Premier League. So there's that. There's Real Madrid as well playing with Galacticos. That's certainly going to help his development. He looks like he'll be cheaper than Tagliafico and 4 years younger. Are you starting to see where I'm going with this? I might be on the Sergio train. I mean, fair enough, Chili B. Ben Chilwell, he's a bit of fun. Frank Lampard liked him. Hey, perhaps if we could have got him for £50 million, I would have been interested and I would have been keen, but I'm off that train. The train kicked me off. Turns out I never had a ticket anyway. I was just drunk driving. Then I'm off the train. I found Sergio. I'm like, get your bags, come out of Spain. Everton, I'm sorry, you just don't have the P's we do. We're going to muscle you out of this deal, I'm afraid. We need him more we're taking this left back. Now, I do want to hear what you guys think of this. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Do you know a lot about this player? How do you feel? Do you think this would be a good deal for us? I want to hear it. Express yourself down in the comment section below and I'll be down there reading it. If you have enjoyed the content, I would urge you to like the video because it helps me out a lot. I need to finish the video because I need to elevate my foot and get this swelling down. Click the OneFootball app in the top of the description. Look after yourselves, boys and girls. Enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.